Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shakir bin Zubir. I am from E03 and I'm going to teach you how to create a graph using Google Sheets. So let's say for a situation that the lecturer wants to investigate how many of our students actually uses AI to study. So let's say I put it here as the student ID and here as the usage of AI tools. So I can put here say 1 and 2, and then I can highlight both of these, and in this little blue and this blue dot you can click it and drag it down until how many data you have. So for example, I have here until 15, so I will drag it down till here till 15. Okay, next I'm gonna paste all my data here under the usage. Okay, so and then you can also make it more organized by using a border to separate between the two data. So you highlight all the data here and then you click this little box icon, and it will let you customize your border. So for example, I'm gonna use this one. And if the data name is too long, then you can use this one to drag it and make it more seeable. So next, if I want to, then I will record all the students' responses, and I see the number of students here, and then I will drag it here to make it so the actually display the full display the full name, and then I will put here yes and no. So we need to count all the numbers of yes and no's in the usage of AR tools, but we don't need to count it manually since we can use a function which is count if and put the range where the data is given. So for example, here is B2 until B16, and here yes, and we can do the same for this one, which is no, which is count if. So count if B2 16. Make sure to spell the no's and yes correctly according to the data, or else it won't show. Then we can do the same. We can use a border to separate between the two data. Next, to create the graph, I will select all these data and we go to insert. We put here as chart, and then you see we have this. Then you see we have a readily made chart that displays the data accordingly. So and you can make the chart you want. So here for example, you have the chart type as the column chart, but you can also use the bar chart or the combo chart. But for this example, I'm going to use this one. So and then we can change the x-axis and the y-axis here, and then you can customize our chart. So first I'm going to put the chart style, so I'm gonna stick to the name, but you can customize, or you can do it 3D. So I'm gonna do it 3D. Then we can edit our chart and axis title. So for example, our chart title here is the number of students versus students responses, which is what I'm going to do, but you can change it to whatever you like. and then we have the horizontal axis title, which is the student's response, and the vertical axis title, which is the number of students. And then horizontal axis. Okay. So for example, you can make the title font, and the font, for example, I'm gonna choose here as George. Font size, like this is horizontal axis title. So you can see here that it has changed, and I'm gonna do the same for both. So here what I have here is Georgia, and 30, and then we do the same for the vertical axis title. So Georgia and 20. Title text color, or you can also choose the title text color. So for this example, uh, I'm gonna change the chart title to color black. And next, you can also edit your data to make it more beautiful. So for example, I can fill color here. I can fill, let's for example, I choose yellow, and here I will choose blue. Blue. So after this, then yeah, that's it. All the done, and here you can see from our data that we have successfully changed this into the dot chart. So here we can see it matches that the number of students who respond with yes has 8, and the number of respond with no has 7. So it matches. So that is all from me. So if you have any question, you can ask in the comments, and